Hi guys, Howzit? Welcome trek allemaal to my Afrikaans-speaking followers. Kia ora to any Kiwis that follow me. G'day to everyone else, man. Yes, I know it's like we're still kind of getting out of that World Cup mode, getting into URC. We got Super Rugby coming up, but I thought, man, let's just do some quick little wrap up, a few notes. Obviously, other people have talked about some of this stuff, but stuff that I want to bring up, kind of give my little 2 cents on. Shout out to Mark at 2 cents. Great guy there in New Zealand. So we will obviously start off by thanking all of our subscribers. My new subscribers, I really appreciate it. Thank you for going on this journey with me. A journey together as we discuss the game UI we both love very, very much. And if you liked the intro, the name of the band is Acid Magus. They are from Gauteng province, South Africa, as we continue to try to promote South African music or South African bands. They are considered kind of an acid stoner rock band. I personally enjoy it. It's very chill, very heavy, very laid back music. Kind of reminds me of how I was many years ago, but now I am a grown man with all kinds of, normal adult things. But let's go ahead and get into the news and notes. And I guess the biggest one we will start off with is the big news out of South Africa. Yes, Rassie. He never really left, but he's back as our head coach. This is very, very good news. Very good news, in my opinion. I'd already heard a rumor that he was asked the 2 things he wanted to concentrate on, hooker and locks. These are not a bad place to start. Obviously, you saw my mention of it in the short. Thor, you earned it, buddy. Very, very happy. I mean, it's a bit of a bummer to see him go, but you've earned your retirement. And for those of us who watched in the World Cup, I think we have an idea where his future lie. Been kind of chit-chatting with a few of you, and I'm like, you got Franz and Plumfontein running the Cheetahs program. You got Dwayne Vermeulen. Tell me those guys would not make a hell of a combo at coach. Dwayne with the forwards, Franz with the backs. Let it be your will. Let it be your will. That would be awesome combo. But yes, we have Rassie back at the helm going into the next World Cup. I'm sure the haters will hate, but I'm not going to doubt it, man. I think that makes us pretty damn good favorites. Only time will tell. Next boats we have, obviously, Sayonara Eddie. I'm going to go ahead and put in my personal opinion. I called this months ago. I could dig up the WhatsApp message. I was calling this months ago. I personally think that the omission of Hooper spelled it out. I think Eddie got in, thought, okay, even if I don't win, I can at least blame it on youth. And after that second pool game, I think he knew. Yeah, there's no way. We didn't really hear much from the international terrorist known as Quade Santini Cooper after all of this. I'm pretty sure he's back in Japan just counting the yen. I think that's what they use, yen? I think. But anyways, so sayonara to Eddie, and I think his horrible performance probably is going to keep him out of the Japanese head coaching job. But who knows? Stranger things have happened, like Eddie Jones going back to the Wallabies. So, I don't know who ends up coaching the Wallabies. So we're going to pause this for a second. I've vocalized this in silence. This is my prediction, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll go ahead and segue into the next little piece of note here. Obviously, Razor Robertson, the head of the All Blacks, now taking over for Fozzie the Clown. And you want to hear my bold prediction? This man will be out of the job within 2 years. I know there's going to be a lot of you, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Look at what he has to replace. Fozzie built no depth. I think Razor Robinson will be out of the job within 2 years. Now, who becomes the head coach of the All Blacks after that? Should I tell you who I think it is? Because I think it was the guy that was supposed to replace Steve Hansen. You can go back in my videos. Where did Steve Hansen coach before he was the All Blacks coach? Where did Graham Henry coach before he was the All Blacks coach? And who is the coach there now? I think that's going to be the next All Blacks coach after Robertson. If not, I would not be surprised if it ends up being Dave Rennie. But as of right now, I predict Scott Robertson will be out of the job within 2 years. Now, a lot of people are looking at his success in Super Rugby. There's a difference between developing guys from the NPC level to Super Rugby and developing guys Super Rugby to international test stars. Robertson doesn't have a lot of experience with that. And he's coming into a very bare cupboard. I know you're like, oh, well, Cam Roergaard, Finley Christie. Is he even here anymore? Those are not Aaron Smith replacements. Scott Barrett is not a Brody Retallick, Sam Whitelock replacement. He is a card machine at lock. That's why he was playing flanker in Canterbury. So Josh Lord and Tupou Vai, you going to try and give another crack to Patrick Tuipulotu? Yeah, you're in trouble at lock. Yeah. Savea is gone. Smith is gone. The bit of news that did come out today, obviously, it looks like Beauden Barrett is only going to take a year off in Japan, and he is going to sign a long-term deal with the All Blacks. So Beauden Barrett, I get it. With Richie Mo'unga out, you need a solid 10. I'm sorry, I haven't seen Barrett as a solid 10 since he took his Japanese sabbatical. He definitely hasn't been that for the Blues. I mean, he's done okay, but what we saw with him with the Hurricanes versus the Blues, not even the same person. The back-to-back rugby, World Rugby Player of the Year, he ain't been that in a while. So we'll see how that goes. I don't really know a whole lot about the NPC level because I don't watch a lot of it, but I do watch Super Rugby. And another disappointing but good note out of that, my personal belief of a man who should be in films. This man is hilarious in front of a camera. You've seen him with the saxophone. You see him put the glasses on and doing stuff with I can't even think of his name. Israel Dag. That's Angus Ta'afal. He is leaving my Chiefs and heading back to the Blues. He is an Auckland boy. So he's just going back home. He has been playing with Auckland in the NPC, Mitre 10, whatever you want to call it. It bothers me that he's leaving the Chiefs, but I get it. And I'm telling you guys, that man has a future in front of the camera. He is absolutely hilarious, and he is a natural in front of the camera. Taika Waititi, if you ever see this, you need to put him in a movie. That man would steal the show because he's also cool looking, in my opinion, because he's like Samoan, but like he's just a hilarious bloke, and I enjoy watching that guy in front of the camera. He's just hilarious. Former All Black, obviously, not really going the normal route. Ended up going to Australia for a bit, seeing if he could qualify there because he could via a parent. But yeah, he is heading back to the Blues, who are missing a lot of guys. So now we will get to URC. I've taken the last week and gotten caught up through the last couple of rounds, and I will give my humble opinions on some of the things I've seen. And the first thing we are going to start with is, oh, damn, you guys are bad. Without your big stars, you got to understand a lot of Springboks play for this team, and they're not playing for them right now, and they are bad. I watched the most recent game where they got spanked by the Ospreys. They are in trouble down in Durban. They're in KZN, and I know once they start getting the guys back, it'll change fortunes a bit. Anybody that follows C on social media, we saw him in France being welcomed to Racing 92. I salute you, my captain. Go make us proud. But yeah, Cell C Sharks have been pretty bad. Then we get over to the Western Province DHL Stormers. Got caught up with a few of their games. This gentleman right here in the photo, Clayton Blomkies. Hell of a fast guy, good footwork. But damn, I watched you miss some easy kicks in Stellenbosch. It's at Craven Stadium. I'm trying to think of the first. Anyways, you guys know where I'm talking about. It's University Stellenbosch Stadium. You missed some really easy kicks. I know it was a bit windy, but man, still a great guy. Still think he's amazing, but now I get why he never got any time in the jersey. Then we get to, yep, you guys see it, man. I'm rocking the Bulls kit. Yeah, it still has like the Super Rugby logo on it. Damn, this is the throwback, fellas. Purchased on eBay here in the U.S. We get to the mighty Bulls Loftus own. And I have to say, I've been very impressed by this gentleman right here. Been very, very impressed with him so far, Chris Smith. And backing him up, the former Springbok, Johan Husen. Man, you talk about guys who injuries kind of took them down in their prime. This is a guy that definitely is that. And I think they're going to get even better with their returners coming in, Kanan Moody, et cetera. I think the Bulls are going to be the team in South Africa and URC this year, and I'm proudly already rocking the jersey, so you can't say I jumped on the bandwagon, guys. And lastly, not to leave our friends there out in Johannesburg, the Ellis Park's own Emirates Lions, which I have come to find out is in the worst neighborhood in Johannesburg. Pierre, the guy that I do my podcast with, yeah, he's like, it's in a bad neighborhood. But I have to say this gentleman right here, I feel like if he had 75% of what his brother has, I think we would see him in the green and gold. And I think with Mornay Stain there kicking as a coach, I think he can help this young gentleman. Jordan Hendricks, I think he can help him. I know a lot of you Lions fans are sick of it. You've lost all your players. Nobody goes to the games because the stadium's in a shit neighborhood. But I think good things are on the way for the Lions. So we shall see, obviously, as the URC enters the fourth weekend this coming weekend. I will be trying to watch. I can't go live for the Bulls game tomorrow. I'm at work. It comes on at like 1:30 in the afternoon on a Friday. I'm at work, guys. I'm sorry. I can't take the time off. I did it too much during the World Cup. But I will be watching, and we'll do a kind of a recap at the end of the weekend about that one. But, the URC, that is, to me, the best competition in the entire world, not just because of the South African teams, but because you get teams from all over Europe. And I feel like it's the most complete competition. Just my personal opinion. Even seeing Malachi Fekitoa playing in Italy now. You guys know I'm a Fekitoa fan. I've made it very, very well known on this podcast, on this show, that I am a Malachi Fekitoa man. But I really am enjoying the URC. I am a bit worried about Super Rugby because those Aussie teams look rough. The Best Actor award or nominee, Nick White, has headed to the Western Force. Now, I will not be surprised one bit to see the Fijian Drua and Brumbies be at the top of the Australian side. And I think it will be a fight to the bottom. I think Moana Pacifica is going to turn a few heads. Tano Umaga as a coach. You've got Julian Savea coming in. Yes, I know he's not the Julian Savea of 2015, but he can still run and he can still score. They've got a solid side there with the Moana Pacifica. I really want them to start moving games to Samoa and Tonga, though. because Mount Smart Stadium is cavernous and they don't draw very well. So I think the bottom of that particular side of Super Rugby is going to be either the Landers or Moana Pacifica, and I think the Brumbies and the Drua will top the Aussie side of it. There's a lot of movement within both of these. Obviously, right after World Cup, this is when guys split, go to Japan. A lot of people going to Japan. A lot of guys going to Japan. A lot of guys. I mean, we already have guys who are Springboks been playing there. That's fine. That's normal for us. A lot of guys going to Japan. I am hearing rumors of former All Black, former Samoan Charlie Faumuina is coming to Major League Rugby. That'd be kind of odd. But that's all I have for this week, guys. A little brief update to kind of get everybody caught up, let you know I am still following everything. It's just, kind of doing my thing as well, doing family stuff with the family and whatnot, with the cutest puppy in the world. Always got to put her up. Always got to put up the lady dog in every video because she is the cutest puppy in the world. But I hope wherever you guys are, you're safe. If you're here in North America, I hope it's decent temperatures. Man, it dropped. Like we got down to went from the upper 20s to the teens here. But we shall see. But until next time, guys, cheers.